And here we are. We're live.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
I think we're live. Okay, let's give everybody a few minutes to warm up. I'm assuming that a few more people are showing up. Might be.
Well, if not, it's going to be a very intimate gathering.
Yeah. Hey guys, quick question. Last time we had a problem where the audio wasn't working on the left and right. Can you hear both of us okay? I gotta say something.
Hello, hello. I'm sorry, I never listened to you. You didn't tell me I had to listen to you.
I feel like we're on the Bob and Tom show. So, okay, it's good. Sounds good. All right.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know. We got a lot of stuff to tell you guys about tonight. And one thing that...
You're still a little bit early.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just chill down a little bit.
Yeah, why don't you...
All this,
I know.
Right,
you're so, like, ready to go. You're like a thoroughbred at the gate. I mean, you'll be in last place, but at least you're at the gate.
Real stud is what I was thinking.
Obviously, we've used that term very loosely.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we got... I recognize some of the folks here. A few I don't. Guys, I have not been answering the comments lately. It has been pure chaos. When I flew from Chicago, the train, I think I mentioned in my last video, was sold out. And so I slept in the airport. And I was thinking, man, I'm getting too old for this. And so I just, then once I get here, it seems the further this project goes, the more people are coming by to visit and say hi. And what happens is, for about the 2 to 3 months when I'm back home, I let people know what date I get here. And then when I arrive, everybody shows up at once. So I need to maybe spread that out a little bit. But it's been awesome meeting so many people. We have somebody here today who's going to help us with questions. So because I think what we usually do is like kind of spend our time trying to read and that stuff. And so we've got some help tonight.
We try. So that's why there's so many dead silent spots. We're both trying to read.
Caleb's in the house. Caleb is going to come and do a LiDAR scan of the entire building, which is going to be super helpful because we're doing, as you guys know, the pre-visualization with Jonas from Germany. And we definitely need a lot of measurements, and that'll be super helpful with that. But basically what happens is that scan gets put onto a big computer somewhere in the cloud, in the sky. And if you click on a link, you can do a virtual walkthrough of the building. And it won't be Jonas's beautiful version.
I started to say, will this include the trash piles?
Yeah, it will.
Nice. Nice.
Everything that's in the building will be in the scan. So
that's awesome.
That'll show up. Maybe, I don't know. I would say that I think they can delete some of that stuff, but we're not going to ask for any extra work or anything like that.
We're just happy they're coming.
It is
to
what
participate.
It is. Yeah. Okay. Are we too loud? Is it like peaking the audio or anything? Does it sound okay? Jeff's here, Steel Horse Transportation. Okay. All right. So we've got a few things to talk with you guys about, but in the meantime, if you put some questions in the comment section, we'll be able to get those from our...
We'll try to keep up.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get away from us, but we'll try to keep up.
Okay. So 7:01, maybe just a couple more minutes. So what did you do today, Bob?
I prayed that somebody would show up for the live stream tonight. so yeah, that was pretty much my day. Because we're not really that interesting.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even listen to us if I wasn't here.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. Just Nana's in the house. So some of the folks I see, the ones that I recognize, are mostly the ones that have been around the channel for so long, and I'm starting to. If somebody comments regularly, then I'll recognize them. But let's see here.
I usually recognize the names that go take Bob off the channel. That's the ones that kind of stick out in my mind. Those are pretty regular.
I don't think I've ever seen a troll comment about Bob.
Yeah, there was one.
There was one.
Yeah, there was one.
What did it say?
I'm not going to say. I'm still hurt by it.
Okay.
So, actually, I commented back a very nice comment, and then he came back and apologized for his comment.
Oh, yeah. And so that's something that happened. That's a story that I have, a similar one, where somebody commented something that really hurt my feelings. And
there is some still in there, huh?
Yeah. And then my go-to is always to be, nice. And so I just answered back really nice to it. And that person comments all the time now for the last 2 years, always positive, super friendly. And we were just talking about that today. And it just goes to show you, somebody can have a bad day. You don't have to take it personal. And
well, after you apologize, I figured I'd just change my comments. No, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Bob goes to the bathroom and suddenly there's a bunch of negative comments on the channel.
Bad comments.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we're good to go now. So
okay.
That was a slow warm up.
Yeah. Well, we are a little slow.
Okay, we have a couple questions. Let's start with those.
Temperature.
What's
the temperature to how to work?
how's the temperature? Right now what is it like? It's in the 70s. Right?
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful right now.
This is the absolute best time of year to be here working. You guys know we have so many windows missing in the building, so we're kind of at the mercy of the weather.
And I have to make a shout out to the last volunteer day because it was as miserable gets.
July 4th weekend. Also.
And these people showed up and were just troopers. I mean, everybody was drenched and everybody just worked their behind out. But this is going to be much more pleasant now.
Oh, I switched.
Right as I finished talking.
Okay. Yeah.
Is Bob a business partner or just a helper who comes in?
Oh, I am no partner whatsoever. I strictly come here to torment Chris because somebody's got to do it. So it's usually me.
You're a sadist. Or I'm a masochist. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know which it is.
Yeah. No, Bob's just kind of become a good friend and mentor. And honestly, we have a great time.
Yeah, we really do. I mean, everybody, I've read several comments where people will say, it looks like you guys are having so much fun. Well, the truth is we usually are. And some of our best material we can't put on the channel.
Oh my gosh, today. Okay, so we have a video coming out, a sponsored video. And it's from a company called Viver. And probably you guys have seen them. They're doing YouTuber campaigns everywhere. And they basically have tools and stuff, something like a Harbor Freight, but online basically.
Yes.
Yeah, so they've got this wide selection. And I've been wanting to put a shower in the building for a long time because like halfway through the day, I want to go home and take a shower. And I was
going to mention the need for a shower, but I'm this may not be the time.
Yeah. But to make a long story short, they sent us the first tool for a review, and it was a sewer can. And so we got in there and broke open the place where where the camera has to go down the sewer, and we started laughing so much.
So the video kind of went south. And we had the best of intentions, but it kind of just went south.
Well, like sometimes the harder you try not to laugh, the more you do.
Yes.
And Bob started laughing. He could not stop.
I couldn't. So
anyway,
we do actually get some work done occasionally. But we also have a pretty good time when we're doing it.
Okay, what do we got now?
is an issue. Repeat the question because they can't do it very well.
Oh, the question was, is Bob a business partner here?
So the other question, and now the new question is Bob for sale?
Is Bob for sale? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys some information about our upcoming auction. I think there was an offer for you on the last auction.
I would think if you'd contact my wife, you could probably get a great deal. You know,
Fire sale.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we've been cracking up laughing all week long, and the worst thing was we spent like about 3 hours trying to make that video, and it's basically unusable because we're just laughing all the time.
Yeah.
So
it's not our finest work.
Yeah,
not that we've ever had any good work, but that's definitely not it.
Because there was like a certain point while we were doing that where I'm like, we get a lot of positive comments when we're joking around and laughing a lot. But that was too much.
Yeah. It would be nice if we had some comment, something to put in besides
Some
the laughing.
substance.
Yeah, something.
Anyway, okay. So I want to I have a lot to tell you guys, but I don't want to get into it too quick. We're hoping a few more people show up. Is there a number here? How many people are? Oh yeah, I see. Oh wow, we have 53 people. That's awesome.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, so I guess I could go ahead and have a few words with you guys. You want to show them what we have on the table there?
Sure. We've been dealing with the laser engravers, and I have a really good friend back in St. Louis, and fortunately, he has forgotten more about this laser engraving than I'll probably ever learn. So he became a fan of the channel, started watching some of the old stuff. I got a hold of him through someone else that recommended him, and he saw our logo and he put this together, which I don't know how well it's going to show up, but it's a brick and soul hat. So it's got our logo on it. So at some point, we're going to offer these for sale. Right now, it's a little bit early, and we'll be doing those as they're sold. So it's not going to be ordered today and you're going to get it in 2 or 3 days. It's not going to take weeks, but it's not going to be super quick turnaround because we obviously aren't a production company.
And we don't actually know how to use the laser engraver yet.
I was going to mention that part, but I'm glad you did. The fact that we're incompetent has nothing to do with it.
We got through it. We engraved that brick, and I was gonna try to make some of those brick pieces, but didn't get around to it. There's just so much going on here at the building.
Now, were you going to make the bricks from scratch, or were you going to use some that we have?
We got a pile out in front of the front door.
Oh, those bricks.
Yeah,
okay.
those bricks.
That makes sense.
So, okay. Let's see here. Okay, so as you guys know, we've been talking a little bit about the roof, and we've got that kind of emergency situation going on with the roof. And we have had a little bit of, news that we could share. Mm-hmm. So there's a company called Warrior Roofing from the East Coast, and they reached out to us and said that they would help us do some emergency repairs, basically for cost. So they had to travel all the way here and just come up and do these emergency repairs and just charge us what the materials cost for them.
Yeah, because aren't they in like South Carolina or North Carolina?
Something like that.
One of the Carolinas. I don't know my Carolinas, but it's one of those.
Or Virginia.
Yeah. I don't know. It's somewhere over yonder.
But we're going to tell you all about them as that gets a little bit closer. But basically what they said was because we have this metal roof and, we've got the valleys that are kind of closing down at the bottom before the edge of the building. So it's pooling and running back. And we have the seam of the building going 375 feet down the length of the building with issues. They said that if we can peel up that seam that goes all the way down the building and replace that purlin so we can get that metal screwed back down where it overlaps.
Okay, let's back up just a second. So,
okay.
So what a purlin is, basically when you have a piece of sheet metal and another piece overlaps it, you have a piece of wood that runs underneath of it and you put the screws in. Well, a lot of the screws, the purlins in this building no longer exist. They have rotted away to nothing. So some of the screws are just floating in midair. They're not sealing anymore because there's nothing for them to bite into. So I just wanted to clarify that real quick.
And I would like to clarify your clarification. So the structure under the metal roof is really awesome. It's just along that seam, that one board all the way down. So all the rest of it's in great condition. But we need to get that seam sealed up. So they said that if we can kind of pull up the metal, stick new board and under where that seam comes together, and then if we can spend a couple of days and replace every roofing screw on the entire building.
Oh, that should be great.
Yeah. I mean, that's just busy work right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're going to come and they're going to spray all of the valleys and all the problem areas. And basically that low point, you can fill that up with that foam, and it's like a 10-year thing. And then like, I think it's every 5 years or so, you have to give it a new UV coat. But that's like the temporary fix, which will give us a few years to get, maybe this front up and going, generate some revenue, and then maybe apply for a loan or whatever. And at that point, all the work with the sealing of the screw heads and all that's been done, we would just have to have somebody come and spray the remainder of the roof. So that is the plan.
Yeah, because right now when it rains, we have what we commonly refer to as brown shoe falls. Because a lot of the building, it rains and stuff.
The water's not brown.
But yeah, he's figured out a plan that he thinks he can solve that issue. It was just very poorly built when it was done originally, and water does not run uphill very well.
So you guys know that we recently had an auction where we just put a bunch of stuff from all over the building into the auction. And the auctioneer had put some of his things in, and we just kind of did something together. But as it turns out, we have let me back up again. So the cost for spraying the foam and getting us in the dry to get us by for a couple years is $10,000 to do all of that. Then additionally, we have a second potential goal, which is the bathrooms, which was the annex that was added in the 1940s. And
it's also a flat roof, a flat tar and gravel roof.
Yeah. And it's probably I don't know, what would you say? It's 50 feet long or something?
Probably somewhere in that range.
10 or 50 by 20 feet wide. And he said that if we would tear that roof off, then for $7,000 they'd put a new roof on that. So that's extremely generous and affordable.
Because we're only $7,000 away from it. So I mean, yeah, you're right. We're right there. That's extremely affordable.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because all the other roofing companies we reached out to are in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
of dollars.
No, I'm actually joking. He is giving us a super deal on it. Yeah. But
so that means if we hit a $10,000 goal, then we get in the dry. If we hit the $17,000, we get in the dry. Plus, we have a new roof on the bathroom. So we had done that auction and we raised $2,000. So we're already at $2,000. And on Friday night, October 10th, that's 2 days away, we're having a trivia night at the Moose Lodge. And I think they have sandwich and chips and a drink for $6 or I can't remember the exact price. They have a good meal deal there. And there's a raffle and trivia game with prizes and a couple of things. And that's from 6 to 8 p.m. So if you guys want to come out and say hi and meet us, we're going to actually...
No, don't say meet us. We want to keep this positive. If they just want to come out and do the trivia night thing, that would be good.
I'm trying to get to a point. I'm going the long way around.
It's called a rabbit hunt. You're just kind of going in a big circle. And
so one of the things that we're doing with that is trying to just chip away at this large amount of money that we have to raise. And then we have another auction that is ending that very night. And what we're going to do is we're going to live stream the trivia night. So you guys, even if you're pretty far away, you can still come and celebrate with us, and just follow along, see the jokes that they're going to tell at the trivia night, and hear the jokes that we're going to be, practicing or what. We're practicing stand-up.
Our stand-up routine.
Yeah.
We'll be going on the road soon.
And so,
of course, it's on the road to home, but
yeah. The trivia is from 6 to 7:30-ish. I mean, I think it's going to be actually from 6:30 to 7:30. But from 7:30 to 8, if you guys remember, I had 25 items that we tried to auction here on the channel on a live stream. These are like really cool things that I found in the building. There are some really cool things that I brought over from Poland. They're all vintage. One of them in particular goes all the way back to World War I. They're kind of like an industrial flavor because that's
what you like.
It's where my interests lie. But they're all, I feel like they're all really unique, quirky, super collectible. They would go in a man cave or a she shed or wherever you're trying to decorate if you're going for that industrial vibe. And sadly, the live stream crashed when we tried to auction those off.
Yeah.
But what we've done since then is we relisted an auction on highbid.com, and that's live. And the link to it is in the description below. And it's just 25 items that these are not like the broad general auction, but these are the things that I really like. And some of them
he hates to part with.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you this.
Yeah, that's true.
There are things he's not crazy about selling, but
it's also a learning process because part of my vision for this building at some point in the future is to import antiques from Eastern Europe. And I think that it's, whether the auction does well or not, it's still just an opportunity to see if there's interest in that kind of thing, right? So this is like a little bit of a litmus test to see if there are other people out there that have interest in the same things, or maybe my taste is way off. I don't know. We'll find out.
And some of the things you'll probably notice some claw marks in it where I tried to peel it out of his hands. So they're almost personalized.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So the link to that auction is in the description below, and that's going to end. The listings are going to start ending at 7:30, which is 30 minutes before the end of our fundraiser there at the Moose. And our auctioneer is going to kind of start the auction. It's in pre-bidding now. You can still bid. And then those are going to start ending. And I think he's going to call. I'm not sure how that's all going to happen. But we're going to be live streaming on YouTube. And then there's this simultaneous auction going on over on highbid.com. But if you guys tune into the live stream, and you want to bid on something, we won't make you sign up at HighBid. You can just let us know in the comments, and we'll enter your bid in under my name, under my account, so as if I was bidding. So
now there will still be auction fees, correct?
Yeah, there's auction fees and shipping, which is kind of general. So, and shipping can be shockingly a lot
if it's a heavy item.
Yeah, so be prepared for that. But most of these are kind of medium to small things. They're not gigantic pieces of furniture or anything. So I was just looking at today, the pre-bidding's been open for 4 days and only about 20% of the stuff has bids in it. So you never know. You might get something for $2. It's really super precious to me. You get it for $2.
Yeah.
So please, if you're interested in supporting the channel, go over and have a look and see if there's something that might interest you. And if there is, make a bid on it. And if you're not interested, go ahead and bid it on us for somebody else.
That's so wrong.
Okay.
That is so wrong.
And then I'm going to tell you in just a moment about Volunteer Day, but I think we have a question or two.
A question related to the bricks.
Mhm.
How about layering bricks?
Yeah.
And that question was, are the bricks from matching?
No, they
No.
are not. We didn't get basically.
You got to repeat the question.
So the question is, the bricks that we have that we're doing the laser engraving on, did they come from the Mattoon building that got demolished? If you guys remember, we had a pretty epic, I would say, misadventure in trying to acquire that building. We actually sent the cashier's check to buy it. And when we went to the courthouse to finalize everything, They said the guy had bought it with a different spelling of his last name. And I don't want to libel anybody, but the presumption was that because he went in and cut a lot of the wood and beams out of the building, that he knew he was going to do that and didn't want it to affect his credit or something. I don't know. But he never came back. And there was a big to-do in the court system, and it went up for auction. I was in Poland. I didn't even know it, and somebody else bought it. And then I'd reached out to that person to see if I could salvage some stuff, and sadly that didn't work out either. And so nothing that we're doing comes from the Mattoon building. No bricks, nothing. It was kind of a tragedy, but taken as a whole, there's so many positive things that are happening.
These are bricks that we picked up on a.
Well, not all of them. Some of them.
Some of them are from the some are from the building. Some of them we went and picked up from a building that was torn down. We probably did it the coldest day in modern history. Mm-hmm. We like to froze to death. Mm-hmm. By the time we had the bricks that we wanted, I didn't care if I ever saw another brick again. I was just hoping to not get frostbite from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, some will be original to the building, some will not be.
Okay. And so we've got a brick saw. We're going to cut some slices off and do some engravings for folks. You don't like this?
Did you like that?
How do you like that? Okay.
Sorry, we're still playing games here.
Maybe local pickup for the auction.
Local pickup, yes, because I'm here till the 24th I fly on the 24th. So up until the 23rd, you could stop by and pick it up if you're local and there's something that you wanted or won. Yeah, something that you won. Okay, and then the other thing that we wanted to say, just get it all out kind of up front, is that our volunteer day is the very next day, which is this Saturday. I suspect that there are going to be quite a few people in this one because I've had a lot of people reach out.
Well, the weather's so much nicer.
The weather's nicer.
Like I said, the last people were troopers.
Yeah. It's homecoming weekend in Charleston, so there may be a little bit of a transportation issue, but we're going to start around 8:30 in the morning and just go till everybody's tired and wants to go home.
Yeah, by 9 o'clock, we'll all be finished.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Are any tools needed for volunteer day workers? And do you still need cameras?
Okay. Are there any tools required, and do we still need pallets? I think we talked with Jeff at Steel Horse Transportation about getting some more pallets, but I think we may be okay on pallets. Today I laid out about 20 of them and put some upright boards on them so we can wrap saran wrap. And another reason that we may not need the pallets is that this is a plan. It hasn't showed up yet, but we're hoping to have some kind of front loader equipment just to be able to scoop stuff up and take it into the trailer. So in that case, we won't need to use pallets. We'll just be able to scoop it right off. So we'll just like throw everything in the pile on the floor and then scoop it up and move it into the semi-trailer.
What part of the building are you going to be looking into volunteer day?
So this is what part of the building are we going to be working in? So we've got several projects downstairs. Some of it's a little bit of like pulling paneling off the wall, but for the most part, it's just clean out because there's so much garbage and stuff in the building.
But there may be some on too as well.
Yeah. So I think we're going to have like a clean out effort on the second floor. And then there's a little bit of demolition and some more clean out on the ground floor. And when I say demolition, basically I just mean pulling that ugly paneling off the wall and stuff.
And some of that will depend on how many people show up. If it's a small amount, then that limits what we can do. If it's a large amount, then we can spread out and get more covered.
And then these days and times are what they are. So we will ask that everybody signs a waiver when you come. Which actually brings to mind another thing I wanted to mention, because when I started this channel, I didn't think it was going to grow into this. I actually started just because I wanted to make a channel about antiques over in Poland. And then we got this building and it started to take off. And recently, just this last December, we did kind of a rebrand and really started, we changed it from the old Cold War mercantile antiques thing to the brick and soul building, and it's worked out really great. But along with that, so we're like we're getting really close to 80,000 subscribers. We got like 77 or something. And along with that comes like companies reaching out to us and asking us to do sponsorships. And if you look back at my channel, I think the number of sponsorships out of like over 200 videos is like maybe 5 or 6. And the first couple of them were like for little laser levels, something like that. Because I just wanted to see what it was like to get something free. But for the most part, we've stayed away from that. But just in the last few months, we've had companies reach out with like products that can move the needle for this story, right? And I'm not going to put, I mean, if I showed you my email through the channel, even a small channel like mine, there are about 70 contacts a week that are hoping that I can, they'll say, I think I've talked about this on the channel before. I love your channel. I've been watching it from day one, and my product I think is the absolute greatest thing for your audience. It's this dark shade of lipstick or this shower curtain or whatever. And so, they don't.
Like I've said before, they don't know what shade we wear.
Yeah, that's right. I think you've used that joke before.
I have. I don't mind recycling, though. We're all about recycling here.
But recently, like I said, a few, and actually, I don't know. You're going to be seeing some things on the channel that are going to be pretty shocking, and I don't want to go too far into that at the moment. But
you're not going to wear pants.
One of the running themes on the channel is the tool cart. Like everybody says, you need a cart, you need a tool cart, and I'm the first one to agree. You're preaching to the choir. If I'm up on the 3rd floor and I forget my hammer, it takes me 20 minutes to get down, get a hammer, and get back. And so we had the electric bike, and then we had that like little welding cart that we did. And then recently, Bob started working on the little Cushman. You're going to see some more about that in the upcoming content. Nothing has actually been a perfect fit.
No.
And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to see how much muscle this channel has if I reach out to a company. And I reached out, and we got donated, which you guys will be seeing on Volunteer Day. I don't know if it's going to show up in the video about Volunteer Day, but the very next video it will be showing up. So I want to keep it a bit of a surprise and just share it with the people who show up for Volunteer Day. But it is, let's just say, a vehicle that will help us bring tools around the building. And it was given to us by a company, and it's incredible. So it really opened my eye. Everybody who wants to is going to get a chance to drive it.
And having something like that, it will allow us to lose the tools more evenly throughout the building, instead of just one place.
Yeah, but the point is that like once I found out that, oh my gosh, we can leverage this channel to get some things that will really help us. I reached out, I made a list of like things that would be amazing. And I reached out to some of those companies, and to my shock, they were open to it. And so we are going to have a few little product spots on the channel, but it's all stuff that's like super like in line with what we're trying to do and things that are going to help us move the needle. And so there's some really exciting things coming up for the channel here pretty soon. Yeah. Any questions?
One, I want to make sure that Steel Horse commented that they're providing pizza and water.
Oh, yeah. So Steel Horse Transportation is providing pizza for
Elevator.
For the volunteers on Saturday. So you'll get some pizza. Thank you, Steel Horse. Elevator update.
I'm not sure exactly where we're at with this. You're all familiar with Neil, and Neil has been the driving force behind the elevator. He's recently had a little bit of health issues and he's had a few setbacks. He planned on coming this trip and finishing it up, and I don't know that he's going to make it to the building, but he's interested in maybe doing video conference. I'll be the hands and he'll be the brains, which Lord knows I can only provide one of those two. So we've talked about maybe doing that. So hopefully there'll be more to come. I don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to happen this trip, if it's going to happen in the spring. Everything's still kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah, and he's been with it from day one, so we want to all cross the finish line together. So
yeah,
and let me tell you, we are right on the finish line. We're actually using the elevator from time to time.
We do run it.
Yeah, so it works. So we've got some wiring issues, how to stop on floors and a limit switch. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the limit switches have to be installed. We have one issue with one of the contactors, the main motor contactors. I mean, there's just some gremlins in there that haven't been worked out. But I mean, it's at least usable. We do take things from floor to floor. I have to be up in the elevator room when we do it, but it sure beats those steps.
So Jake at Any and Everything, who is our auctioneer, just said that our Soviet scoreboards actually have a bid. That was the only thing I put a minimum bid on. It's a shocking amount. It was $175 because you
didn't want to turn loose.
I did not want to turn loose of that, and it's got a bid, so that's chipping away at the roof. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, okay. Anything else? Not at the moment. Okay. So what are we kind of working on this push?
Well, this will shock everybody, but I've been power washing.
Yeah.
A lot of power washing. I don't know how much we want to spoil anything in our videos, but we actually have the venue. We call it the venue space, the venue room. We actually have it now at blank canvas stage. It is empty. Everything's been power washed, even the ceiling, which if you've never power washed over your head, it's an experience that you'll live with for a long time. Yeah. Also paint chips in your hair, and yeah, that was fun. But yeah, we actually have it to a blank canvas stage. So now we start building back.
And I don't want to make this whole video about things we need, but we do need to find an architect. It's kind of shocking what architects cost. And so I contacted the city here in Charleston, and I said, if we have CAD drawings for the project that we want to do, and they're drawn up by a professional CAD user, and we researched what the laws are and concerning the Americans with Disability Act and fire egress and what the fire code laws are and all that stuff. Can we do a preliminary meeting? And based on how you guide us, can we make adjustments to our plan and then get them approved? And the city said that no. We need to submit the plan with an architect stamp, somebody who is licensed in Illinois to submit plans. And it was kind of shocking to me because 95% of what we're trying to do is just like repairing the windows, non-structural.
What we refer to as putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah. That's right. But, there's the fire code thing. There is the plumbing thing. And I think those are the two main challenges. We've talked about this a little bit because of the way that we're dividing the building, the only way to divide the building. As outlandish as it sounds, we're probably going to have to build on a little bit for bathrooms.
Now hold that thought. 66,000 square feet and we have to do an addition.
We have to do a little addition. Yeah.
It's craziness.
So yeah, and the other good thing is that we're partnering with a 501c3 nonprofit now, and they can give us an umbrella. We can apply for grants in there. So most of the grant money that's available for a project like this requires that you're on the National Registry of Historic Buildings, and that is a knife that cuts both ways.
Very much so.
Yeah, because if you get on the list, you can apply for the grants. But then every change that you make is basically has to be approved by committee. And
so like the addition of the bathroom that's required by the city, they could say no.
Because it changes the look.
It changes the look of the building. So then you're kind of between a rock and a hard place. What do you do?
I think that like the local historic society, and they understand that there has to be some kind of adaptive reuse of things. But when it comes down to it, you're signing all of your rights away, basically.
Right.
And if you want to do something that is a less expensive route, they can say no because it changes the character of the building, and then you're in trouble. So the other way is if you for some of the grants, if you have a nonprofit status, you can apply. And there are not a lot of those if you're not on the National Registry. However, there are a few for feasibility studies and architect consultations and stuff. So we're going to be applying for some of those, and we'll keep you posted.
And we're also hoping that since we do have that nonprofit status, we can get some corporate donations. I mean, anything that we get will help.
Yeah, that's right. And I know the architects have there's a nationwide kind of push that architects give 1% of their time to pro bono work. We don't actually have to have pro bono, but low bono would be kind of okay too. I mean, that's a thing, low bono.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I'm just putting that out because maybe somebody knows somebody. I see that somebody says they might know someone. But the people that are able to do that went to school for a long time, and they have a right to demand what they're worth, and that. But we just need a bathroom and a fire plan, and that's it. And so it is kind of painful to pay $20,000 just for that.
Yeah.
So when windows are $10 each, that's a lot of windows.
Yeah. And again, going back to the historical thing, they would make you put back very similar, if not exactly what you have. And there might be a cheaper option that would still look good, but you can't use it.
And so we have those industrial windows in the front. Those are single pane windows.
Yeah.
That is
very inefficient.
Very inefficient.
Yeah.
But then also, I don't want to change the look. I want to keep the industrial look as well. So we're going to have to do some real strategizing about what we're going to do about those windows.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on you.
Maybe I could, seeing as we've got some new muscle on the channel, maybe I could reach out to some company that makes mini splits for climate control.
Like Mr. Cool?
Mr. Cool or something.
Excuse me, Mr. Cool?
Contact us.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Maybe answer it in the chat so you can decide how to handle it.
Okay.
Person said that they've watched a bunch of the videos, but they really didn't understand how the stuff got into the building.
Okay.
The
So
chat has answered.
how did this stuff get into the building? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I've kind of started around that.
We've kind of told it a little bit.
So, and Jake, who's our auctioneer, knows this because he's from Charleston, and he's aware of the people that kind of have roles to play in this story. But the previous owner is, let's say, he was a fan of auctions, and being from this small town in the Midwest, auctions used to be the thing, right? Nowadays, a lot of the stuff is online and stuff, but
Yeah.
when I was a kid growing up, like every weekend there was an auction somewhere, a farm auction, a liquidation, an estate thing, and everybody would show up.
Oh, it's fun to go to an auction. Yeah.
Yeah. And also we have quite a prolific Amish community nearby, and they hold auctions. And so the previous owner owned the building from, I think, around 1967 or 1968, when it was shortly after it might have been 1970. The Brown Shoe closed, and then there was a couple other things in here. And then the former owner, John Winnett, who I think was a city council member, purchased the building from the city, and he had a lot of space to store stuff, and he was a big fan of auctions. And so, he owned the building for 30, 40 years, and he went to an auction every weekend, and he would just bring it back.
Things got accumulated.
What a lot of people don't know is that even during his life, and then after he passed away, this building was famous for auctions. They had some big auctions. And it's kind of sad because a lot of it really went for almost nothing.
Yeah.
And there were a whole bunch of classic cars in the building. And so it was pretty legendary. But right now it's kind of down to slim pickings.
Yeah.
That was the cost of the building. The cost wasn't acquiring it. We bought the building for $20,000, but the amount of work and the amount of money just to get the stuff out of the building
is probably going to be as much as the building costs.
Oh no, more.
Yeah.
More for sure more. Yeah. Okay.
When do you realistically think the entire building will be finished?
Well, I like to say that. So the question is, when will the entire building be finished? I like to say that in 10 years, this place is going to look amazing, or it's going to look just like it does right now.
The thrill of victory or the agony of defeat.
Yeah. So my hope is within 12 to 18 months on the outside, we'll have that first space available and up and going. We need a structural engineer because we do want to do some changes to the building. And there are just so many factors that remain to be revealed. So we don't know. But I would say this is a 10-year project, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the main thing is we want to get that front done, get that venue finished, and that'll actually start generating some money.
Mm-hmm.
And this building is in sore need of money.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's kind of the stepping stone. So you really can't say, oh, it's going to be exactly, 10 years. It could be more, it could be less. It just depends on how the cash flow goes. And
I can't remember if I announced this on the channel or not, but there is another thing that's going to help improve the momentum, which is my son got his passport. So he's an American citizen, born abroad, but American citizen. And he's getting to the age where we think that maybe he could ride a plane without crying the whole way. So that means that next summer, I won't come for a 3-week trip. I can come for months on end and actually move the needle. So that's super exciting.
When you do the bathroom fix, can you also build the old dance hall back?
So, can we build the old dance hall back when we do the bathroom fix? So if you look at the historic photos of the building, and I've showed those in a couple different videos, out in the front, from the front door to the street is about, what would you say, like 60 feet?
something like that.
50, 60 feet. Back in the day, there used to be an outbuilding there, which was a city dance hall. And I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. But I mean,
it would be. The unfortunate part of that is where that building stood is going to have to be parking lot.
Yeah.
The city is going to make us add parking.
Yeah, you have to do that.
And we have, 3 acres here, something like that?
We have 3 acres, yeah.
So there's all kinds of room in the back, but they require everything to be paved. So, yeah.
And also, that space is so small up front that where the road is today, I think was right along where the building was. So
Yeah, with the setback lines and everything, it wouldn't be feasible anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Yes. Is there a way to see pictures of previous volunteer days and more volunteer days you move forward?
Is there a way to see pictures of previous volunteer days and other volunteers as you move forward? Yes. I need to set up an Instagram account. So we had our friend Melissa from Mattoon, which we promised we'll just talk a little bit about her at the moment, because we promised to do that. So Melissa's a photographer for Mattoon. She came to our last volunteer day and took photos of everybody. And basically, I've just been sitting on them because I'm working on the website. And I know that most of my viewers are older viewers, and not a lot of them are on Instagram. But I do have a collection of photographs for that. Yep. Huh?
I'm not.
You're not older?
Nope. No, I'm not on Instagram.
But I
just qualify as the older part.
Yeah. But every time we had a volunteer day, I post a video. So you can find those on my channel if you'd like to just kind of see what happens at them. If you just look at the video backlog, they both been within the last 4 or 5 months. So
Now, you'll be posting more on Facebook, though, correct?
yeah, so we just started a Facebook page, and it's actually, I think it's got a few followers. It's kind of nice. But again, about Melissa, she opened, so Mattoon is our neighboring town, and there's like a historic district that has been struggling recently because most of the new development in Mattoon is happening out by the interstate. And
almost every small town Main Street business area is struggling now. They're kind of.
Yeah. And so a couple movie theaters closed that I went to when I was a kid. And she's put a lot of effort into revitalizing that part of a town. And she even put one of her own businesses in over there. And it's like a hair salon in the front and a photography studio in the back. And let me tell you something. I like industrial, and I like design, and I like interior design and all that stuff. She did a bang up job in that.
It's incredible. She kind of told us what she was doing, and you're kind of, you give it the head nod. Oh, that sounds really good. And when I walked in, I was blown away. It's beautiful. She did a fantastic job on that.
So one of the challenges that she's having, the reason we wanted to give a shout out here, because we have some local viewers, is she's desperately seeking some private contractor cosmetologists. She's got 3 chairs for rent out front. So if you know somebody,
hairstylist, yeah.
If you gotta go, if you're into that kind of thing, you gotta go by and check it out. So
Studio 21, correct?
Studio 21 in Mattoon on the historic Broadway Avenue.
Yeah. Okay. And if you do go in and you do check it out sometime, tell her that you saw it on here.
Okay.
There's a lot of comments about capstone concepts in universities. They're more of a suggestion. I wrote all those down. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
And the other is, have you thought about working with reporters from Mattoon or other places?
Oh yeah. So it's wild how many things are starting to kind of come in that you're not expecting. One of the things, I'm sorry guys, there's a lot of dust in this building.
In this building?
Yeah. So we had the local television station. Somebody put us in contact with the local television station and WEIC. And they said they're coming out on Saturday to our volunteer day. However, we talked about that a few months ago, and I haven't been in contact with them since, so we'll see if they show up or not. But that would be really cool.
That would be.
We did learn a trick. If you go to the newspaper and you try to take out an ad saying that you're doing something like a volunteer day or whatever, it's pretty darn expensive. But if you do a press release, it's free.
Yeah. We have not utilized that yet.
We haven't utilized that.
But we'd like to.
Anything else?
Yes. This was to Chris. How do you manage at your age to handle a young child that young?
Oh my gosh.
He's pretty good to me, really.
So, yeah. You know how like people say that being a grandparent's like a little bit different than being a parent? Like you just love those grandkids to death and like it's just a different thing. I have a feeling that I kind of jumped the parent stage to the grandparent stage because I just love that kid so much. And I do recognize that I don't have a whole lot of energy for wrestling and that kind of thing. And it hurts my knees when I get down to play with them. But it just rocked my world, just changed my world completely. And as far as energy, I don't know. You gotta have a lot of energy to do a project like this.
My only fear is the kid is so cute. He's going to get away with murder.
Yeah.
You are not going to be able to deal with him. Yeah.
So, and so I'm here for like 3 times a week, and I'm so glad that this is probably one of the last times I'll have to be away from him. He'll be able to come with me, and so that's kind of a life-changing moment.
And I'm looking forward to meting him too.
Yeah. Well, every time he calls me, as soon as I answer the phone, he says, "Where's Bob?" See Bob. So
he has no idea how much he'll be spoiled when I do meet him.
Okay. No.
How did your meeting go with Casey Summers?
How did my meeting go with Casey Summers? I don't know. It was really nice to meet him. He came and toured the building.
He did. He is actually a really great guy. He's very helpful as far as giving us suggestions. He's very knowledgeable because he has done a lot of building restorations in Mattoon, so he knows a lot of the ins and outs. And
he's got a lot of experience with building restoration.
We went to one of his buildings that is a restaurant, and I was amazed. I mean,
you go through this little door, and you're not expecting much. Then you walk in, it is a giant cavernous thing, and like all around the walls, like
it looks like different buildings, the fronts of
mezzanines and different buildings.
Oh, it's amazing. So yeah, he's a really good guy. He's a wealth of information, and yeah, I'm glad we got to cross paths with him.
It's awesome. Okay, no other questions at the moment. So, what's for the rest of our trip while we're here?
I'm glad you asked that. I don't know.
You don't know.
I mean, it's kind of like there's so much to do. It's hard to just say we're going to do this or going to do that. We have some videos that we have to shoot with some of the products that we've gotten, which that's going to be coming up. And there's some really cool things we're going to
do. A couple of them are going to knock your socks off, and you're going to be really happy for us because you're going to help so much.
Yeah.
So we did actually Sparky's our electrician, and he loaned us for this few weeks a scissor lift.
It is a godsend. That thing is so nice that you can just get on it, raise up to the ceiling, drive the thing around while you're up there, tear down ceilings, tear down pipes. We were doing all this hanging off of scaffolding and ladders, and we probably got more done in a day than it would take us a week otherwise. Yeah. It's incredible. Yeah. That's one of those things that's on our wish list. If anybody knows where there's an old broken down scissor lift that we can try to redo, that would be awesome. But yeah, it'd be nice to have one here all the time.
You know what's nice is like for the first couple of years, it was so slow. It was like zero traction. And then for like year 3, it was like, we're starting to get the train moving, right? And it just feels like, people are reaching out, opportunities are happening, and it just feels like we're right at the edge of something shifting. And like,
well, I think we found that a lot of people are as interested in saving something like this as we are. Yeah. That's what it amounts to, because when we see the Mattoon building, the brown shoe laying in a pile of rubble, it's sad.
Yeah. Everybody's grandparents work there, cousins, uncles, aunts.
I mean, it's our history. These things are our history. So are we ready to just, wipe them off the map and forget they ever existed? If there's a way that we can make them profitable and useful again, why would you not?
And I have somebody else to introduce you to. Chris, you want to come up here for a quick second? So we have a lady, her name's Chris, and she reached out and said she'd like to come by and help me with something. I'll tell you about it in just a minute. And all the time I corresponded with her, I thought I was talking to a gentleman, but it was not a gentleman. Say hi.
Hi. I'm sorry, I can't see.
Yeah, there you go.
So Chris is a wonderful restorationist. She does furniture restorations. And as you guys know, we have those shoe carts. And when we started out 2 days ago, the wood on those shoe carts was like paper thin and super lightweight and like missing gigantic chunks. And I thought, okay, we're just going to mill some new wood. And she said, nope, we're going to save what's here. And, which was music to my ears because I always love the original form of something. And so we spent the last couple days hardening wood, filling in pieces, and just bringing it back to life. And so it's basically been a college course for me over the last couple of days.
Woodworking 101.
Yeah.
And taught you why you don't want to do some of that stuff.
Yeah, teach me why I don't. That was the thing. Like, it's so awesome to have that cart brought back to its original state. Sadly, it's like 4 days of work to do that. And so, like 4 days of work, you have to have your priorities straight, right? So I think what we're going to do is like enjoy this treasure that we have and just hold on to the rest of them. And maybe I'll try to do one with more modern wood milling in it, but we'll have that for the future. So we're super grateful. She's helping us with our comments tonight.
Yeah, she's handling all the comments, so we can actually just chatter on.
And don't worry, we documented the whole process. That's
Yeah, you'll be seeing more of her.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. Maybe just maybe 5 or 10 more minutes, and we'll be wrapping it up. What else we got? Anything?
I'm drawing a blank.
Bob surprised me because he called. You're going to see this in one of the videos. He called me and said the Cushman's not going to be working anymore. And I thought, well, dang it. And
Yeah, I just kept getting a dead short across the motor.
we had some bad luck recently. So the lawnmower that he repaired and put like 3 different motors in, the push rod broke again. So we're back to square one. We're just looking for a new motor for
We're
it.
going to put a different motor as soon as we find one and call it a day on that thing. One of the lawnmower guys had told Jake that that's just a trash engine. Normally, those are very good engines. But, you know, like everything else, cars and everything else, once in a while you make a lemon. Well, guess what? There's a lemon hanging on the back of that mower.
Yeah. And then he told me the same thing about the Cushman. I was like, oh my gosh. And so we went up there and he's talking about like how it doesn't work and how the frame is completely rotten. And then he sticks 2 cables together. There's this explosion of sparks. And I look and he's already 30 feet down the building screaming. That thing took off like a bat out of you know where.
So it does run again. Now, having said that, I wasn't lying about the part that the underneath, there's a lot of metal work that's going to have to be done to fix it. Like the brake pedal is just fallen to the floor because the supports have rotted away on it. But it's something that will probably be an ongoing project, and you'll be seeing more of it.
With our new toy, now we're going to have a couple options.
Yes, we will.
For getting around the building. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next big step?
What's the next big step?
I
we're,
would.
we're still on the same big step we've been on.
Yeah, I'd probably in the springtime we'll paint the ceiling in the venue space. And once the ceiling is painted, then we can have the electrician start running conduit for lighting.
Hanging lights. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually got some of the wiring in. We have lights, permanent lights in the foyer of the building now.
Yeah. Which is amazing. I don't know if I mentioned on the video or it's the one that's going to be coming out. When you stand out in the street, you look at that window over the door, and there's 3 lights that make a perfect triangle inside the building. It looks amazing.
Yeah, so we're pretty happy that we're actually seeing progress. I mean, you know, when you see something like that, when this building has been dark for years and years and years, and all of a sudden it's actually starting to come back to life, kicking and screaming, but it's coming.
Yep. Okay, so I know that a few other people have joined since the beginning, and we just wanted to make sure that we let everybody know that on Friday night at the Moose Lodge in Charleston is our trivia night. It's basically a fundraiser for our roof. Just not that we think we're going to pay for our roof with it, but just to chip away at it a little bit. It's going to be some prizes. There's going to be a raffle. They have like chips and a sandwich for $6 and a drink, I think. And
Chris and I will be there, so don't let that deter you.
Yeah. So it's from 6 to 8. From 6:30 to 7:30 is going to be the festivities and the trivia game and all that stuff. And then from 7:30 to 8, we have our special little auction with all my
treasures
that I don't want to give up. And let me tell you something. I looked today. It's in pre-bidding. Only about 20% of the things have a bid on them. So maybe you can get something for $1 or $2.
Some of them may have teardrops on it.
Yeah, my pillow's gonna be wet, crying. But yeah, it's all really cool vintage stuff, and you can find the link in the description below. The last half hour, so we're going to be live streaming that whole night at the Moose Lodge, and then the last, barring any technical challenges, we think we've got it all ironed out. But barring any technical challenges, the actual auction, it's in pre-bidding now, but the actual auction is going to be for that 30 minutes between 7:30 and 8. And if you're not on high bid, don't worry. You can just be on our YouTube live stream and you can let me know that you want to bid on one of the items. You can go and look at the link and see the item, and you can let me know. And if I see it in the comments, I'll go ahead and enter it under our user account. And then there is shipping and auction fees on top, just like any other auction. That doesn't go to us. That goes to
the auction company.
But yeah, so if you're willing and able, give us a hand and bid on something. And this is not a GoFundMe. This is, you get something of value in return. So
that's right.
Okay.
Question now. Do you have a payphone in the auction?
A payphone? No payphones, sadly. But there's something that I've been wanting to. I don't have a picture of it. I can't show you. But if you can Google it, maybe. In Poland, they have a lot of mines, copper mines and mineral mines, all kinds of stuff. And they have these phones that would be down in the mines. And they're like explosion-proof phones. And they look amazing. Like, they look so industrial, like they're from a movie or something. And you can buy them in Poland for about $100 US. And I've never bought one. I always wanted one for myself, but I never bought one to read back to sell because I don't know if there's enough phone collectors or there's enough interest in industrial stuff that any money could be made on that. But they like them so much there too that there are a few things like Militaria and what else? Vintage toys and stuff like mining and machining stuff that they do value. They're trying to forget a lot of their past, so there's less competition in picking up antiques. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting off track.
Oh, I know one other thing that are you planning any trips coming up?
Not sure.
Like maybe to a foreign country?
Oh, yeah. Well, I wasn't sure I was going to mention that.
Well, no, we're not going to say what you're going for, but
so imagine some of the biggest things that could help this building or help us on our journey. Some of the biggest stuff. I was so excited when I reached out to a few companies and got positive results, and they're supporting us with some of their products, that I thought, I'm really going to go for it. Oh, Winger fan, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I thought, I'm going to just dream big and say, what would I really like to have? And so I reached out to a company that has some stuff that could help us. It's high dollar, massive, and they're over in China. And it's so massive and so helpful to us that I'll probably be flying there to meet them in their manufacturing where this product is made, because it's worth that much. But I don't want to spill too much.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
because that'll be a video in itself. So I'll take you guys with me to China, and it's all pending at the moment. So you never know if it'll 100% come through. But I'm looking to go there at the end of November. So.
And if you know anybody that has an old scissor lift or a skid steer that they'd like to donate to charity, or we could sure use it.
or a pro bono architect in your pocket.
Yeah. That's definitely on the wish list.
Yeah.
What's the name of the phone you use to talk to and from Poland that you mentioned before?
Oh, POC POC Link, LINK. We have one in here. And then there's a discount code, I think, on my video. If you go back and watch that video, and I think it's 10%. So why not? If you're interested in one, they're pretty cool. Oh yeah,
That's what they look like.
yeah. This was one of the very few product placements we did in our videos, just because I can talk to the baby anytime I want. It doesn't cost anything at all. So,
And we use them here. I've talked to Chris in Poland. I've talked to him when he's traveling to Poland. I think you were in Germany, and I talked to you, and it's nuts. It sounds like they're just right next door to you.
yeah. And this isn't a product placement. Somebody just asked. So
Yeah.
Okay.
We caught up then?
Yeah. So this is kind of a big deal. So this is our first time we've done 2 live streams in 1 week. So on Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. Chicago time, Central Standard Time. We may even turn on just a little bit earlier, a little bit like maybe 5:45 or something. It's gonna be kind of funny. I think it's gonna be super entertaining. Trivia night. The guy that hosts it's really funny, and come and join us. And then watch. Even if you're not interested in bidding in the auction, it's gonna be entertainment. So.
It's about time we had something funny on our channel.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Last moment. I think there's a couple minute delay, but last minute for any question, and then we'll be calling.
Another question about the Bob have a financial interest in property.
No,
Once again, does Bob have a financial interest in the building?
no. I have an interest in the building, but not financial interest in the building.
Yeah.
No, I've always loved architecture, old buildings. I flipped houses for probably 15 or 20 years. I, like you all, started watching Chris's channel, got in contact with him about some things. We've told the story before, but no, I just, I'm old, I'm retired. I have time to do what I want to do. And I come and play with the old building.
It makes me seem so like such a bad guy, because why wouldn't Chris bring him in on that and be a partner? And
Okay. And
well, I mean,
full disclosure,
all right.
he did actually ask me about that at one time, and I refused. I said, this is your deal. You've worked it from day one. This is your dream. I'm just here to help you. I don't want any part of it. This is you.
So a couple things. I said we're going to name one of the rooms after him and his wife. So
I wanted the bathroom named after me, but
yeah, okay. But also there's the other element, which is we're doing some so once I rebranded from Cold War Mercantile to Brick and Soul, at that point, what we decided basically is that we're going to register this company as an LC3, which is it's a variant of LLC, and it's the holding company for the building. And basically what it means is it's mission first, low profit, mission oriented. You have to have some revenue in order to keep things going and keep the needle, moving in the right direction. So we're not getting rich on this.
no.
So
I am involved in that side of it.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and not as paid or anything like that, but I am involved in the nonprofit side of it.
So, okay.
And as always, of course, I want to thank Chris for coming and helping us, and our wives. I always like to thank our wives, because they let us come and do what we do and put up with us being gone. And come to think of it, I wonder if that's a good thing, or I don't know.
I have a strict no show me on the YouTube channel, no talk about me on the YouTube channel rule with my wife. So She doesn't want anything to do with the YouTube channel. She likes to watch it, but that's about it.
We can still thank her.
Yeah, we can thank her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate it because without them, we couldn't do what we
I'm gonna
do.
be in so much trouble now.
That next question does Allison feel like a building widow? So you answered it.
Does Allison feel like a building widow?
You know, she's been here a couple times and she's very understanding about me coming and doing this. And she never gives me problems over it. So I definitely appreciate her supporting me in this because she could give me all kinds of trouble for being gone. So, yeah.
Okay, so I think we're about an hour and 15 minutes in, and this has been really awesome. Yeah, keep plugging it. Thursday night or Friday night, we have our live stream. So tune into that at our fundraiser. It's going to be super fun. And the link to the auction is below. Go check it out. Just see if it's anything's interesting there. If not, that's okay too. Or if you see something that's only $1, go ahead and bid $2. Let's just push it up just a little bit. And every dollar that comes in relieves just a little bit of pain for giving that stuff up.
And Saturday, Volunteer Day.
And Saturday's Volunteer Day. So we do have
So I'm
waivers.
sure we'll see some of you there.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. You know, I always say, I love you. I always say that at the end of the call whenever I call my family and stuff. I just feel like I
Well,
need to say that.
this is our Brick and Soul family. So
This is our Brick
I
and Soul
think that's
family.
fine.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
See ya.